Kirins are known for their anger management issues, but the good part is that it means that others are more likely to listen to them. Kirins have a single horn, which is probably the reason they can do telekinesis. Because, if they had two horns, they would cancel each other out. That's why yaks and buffaloes have no magic, even though they have horns. It's a true fact, you can look it up. Does that mean Kirins can do magic like unicorns? As far as the rules go, my answer would be no. But that one is not set in stone, and, as usual, different game masters can do different things. But really, there's only one reason to play a Kirin. It's because of how fluffy and cute they are. Look at that mane, look at that face. Who could say no to that? Not many could. That's why the Kirin heart talent exists. The Kirin heart talent means that Kirins can really put their heart into what they do, and it helps them get through with what they really want. But when even that is not enough... For any charm test, Kirin can add their Kirin heart die and take the best result. Any charm test, not just once per session. But there has to be a catch, right? Of course there is. If on that Kirin heart die they roll a 1, everyone is going to be in hot waters. Because the Kirin turns into a Nyric on the spot. As a Nyric, the Kirin heart becomes fire control. And since you're already outraged, you have much less patience, so you gain the short fused quirk. Once you're in that state, it means you're angry, and it's going to take more than kind words to calm you down. To turn a Nyric back into a Kirin, someone has to spend a friendship token. So, we know Kirins as those creatures with temper management issues, but other than that, they seem to be pretty close to ponies in that they come in a wide range of characters. So anything would fit a Kirin. Usually, to design a character, I don't look at talent combos, because there are not that many in Tails of Equestria, and having a strong character sheet is not very important anyways. But hear me out. The Swashbuckle talent allows you to roll an extra die on top of your dice, and choose the best result when you do something cool. Then if you succeed, you can turn your next roll into a charm roll. If you combine this with a Kirin's heart that can get you an extra die on any charm roll, this means that you could get an extra die on any roll after being cool. But what kind of job would a Kirin with those attributes have? And I want to ask you, does it matter? A character's talent doesn't have to be about their work. It can be about another passion. For example, this Kirin could be selling ice cream, but their real passion would be something like parkour. Just jumping and climbing requires skill, coordination, preparation, and, well, it often looks cool. As they would care more about parkour than ice cream, they would sooner get a special skill in this domain before getting good at making ice cream. But this talent for making ice cream would come eventually. Their element would be generosity, because what they like with ice cream is making them and sharing them more than selling them. And it's their easiest way to make others happy. But since as a Kirin they learn to look at the bright side, it can lead them to overlook the bad aspects of things or others. They would be a pretty naive Kirin. And that's everything I had to say about Kirins. Goodbye.